What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we were able to get to the veteran rank by using a Cradily team in the Spring Cup. Now, Cradily here, it's kind of a surprising Pokemon that I don't see quite as often as you might expect in this meta, saying it's a Pokemon we see a lot in the Open Great League anyway. But it is a little bit slow, and Rock Tomb did get nerfed this season, so I can see why some people might be a little bit apprehensive of using it, but man, it still has a lot of play, especially in this format. I'm going to pair it up with Klefki as well as Seaking. It looks like a fun team, and if you don't have a Klefki, you can just sub in Mawile. It's another Steel and Fairy type Pokemon with Astonish as a fast move, but I mean, how often do you get to use Klefki in PvP and actually have it be good? So I'll be using Klefki myself, but it's going to be a fun team, I think, either way. Real quick, before we get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It does help out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, first game of the day. Let's see if this team's going to work out. Cradily up against an Electrode. That's a pretty good lead. I actually hard-wall this thing completely, right? So if they switch out here, I guess we'll see what they're going to do. Yeah, they come in Empoleon, and I have a Seaking for this. Seaking is my best answer to Empoleon on this team. It is a little bit awkward in the sense that I only have resisted fast move pressure, and I need to land a drill run to do anything, but I think that's fine, honestly. Because my drill runs here are super effective against them, and as you can see, I do survive a drill peck pretty easily, so, well, I do need to land a charge attack to do much here. It's still a pretty good matchup. Oh, they shield? That makes sense, I guess. I guess I just match shields here. And we should be able to win this the longer it goes on. They could maybe try to go for a swap out and catch my drill run in just a second, so if the switch clock comes up, keep that in mind. But it looks like it's not up just yet, so I'll instantly drill run here, guarantee either a shield or a lot of damage against this Empoleon. And we'll see, do they double shield? They do, alright. So they're going to try to go for a catch at some point this game, almost certainly. Okay. But they're also basically in Grass Knot range, so if this thing does ever switch out, I think that's not the end of the world for us. Okay, well, I think it's fine that we throw this into the tentacruel. I'm just going to re-bank up to a move here. Because it's not like... Actually, I don't know if I can bank up to a move. This could be kind of bad, actually. We'll see. That was a nice catch by them. I should have just switched into my Klefki, honestly. But if I go for a foul play immediately, I can just kind of invalidate everything this Pokemon's going to try to do this game. And that should be good for us, but we'll see, right? We'll see. Foul play knocks out the tentacruel. We still have our Seaking around, which is pretty nice. We'll see what they do. Okay. We'll foul play this, put them into an acid down range if possible. They will go for a wild charge against us, which will hurt a little bit. But I mean, I still have some energy left over on my Cradily. So I think I can acid this down. And then potentially go for a Grass Knot to knock out the Empoleon. And then I should be fine. They're at 9. So they have a wild charge +1. Okay, they actually... make a pretty smart play there, not gonna lie. Welcome in, Cradily. And we do survive this move, but I am a little bit worried this game about how the endgame's gonna play out. Because Hydro Cannon puts us kinda low. I might still be outside of Wild Charge range, though, and if that's the case, I'm in a pretty good spot. Empoleon here is gonna try its best to make this awkward for us, but we should get the knockout thanks to the chip damage that I've got against him so far. And now, in comes the Electrode. Okay, we'll go for a catch just to, like, guarantee that whatever they're gonna do here is not the end of the world for us. What is it gonna be? Probably a Wild Charge. Yep. Now, hopefully we Acid down. Ah, they get another move off. If Wild Charge knocks us out from here, well played to them. It could be the case. Let's see. It's only a Swift. We survive it. Honestly, a Wild Charge could have been enough, so that could have been a bit of a tricky endgame. I had to go for the catch there, I think, to win that one. If I didn't get that catch off, they could Swift my Seaking, and I think I'd just lose that way, so super close game. Alright, next opponent. We'll see Cradily into Seaking. Okay. Well, I mean, this is one of those matchups here that's not terrible for Cradily, but it's not terrible for Seaking either, so we'll see what they're going to do. Likely they just instantly Icy Wind us and debuff my attack stat. But, I mean, Grass Knot here is still going to basically one-shot them if they end up letting it go, so this isn't that bad for me. I could go for a debuff here, but I don't think that's that important. I think I'd rather just guarantee... Oh, dude. Okay, I've got to, like... I've got to really just round out what I'm doing in my Go Battle League career right now. I instantly Grass Knot, and they catch on Klefki. Honestly, at this point, I would have rather that I went for a Rock Tomb. That way I would have debuffed them. But it's fine, I guess. Is it? We'll see. 6, 7. Alright, that could be a Flash Cannon coming through here. I'm going to shield this up. I feel like a foul play would be unlikely to be thrown right now. But they could, I guess. Oh, okay, well, of course they do, so they're at 3, 4, 5. They CMP. Okay, so I'm actually misplaying this game as hard as I possibly can right now. I should have just, like, farmed down at this point, or thrown a foul play here. I thought they were gonna at least build up one more. Wow, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine, I guess, dude. It's fine. They're just destroying me. It's exactly what I wanted to see here today in the Go Battle League. Because now I don't have a lot of energy for that Seaking if it comes back in. Okay. Well, they come in with a Mawile, another Pokemon that I don't have a great answer to, thanks to the fact that my answer to this is pretty low now. I think they might have us this game, unfortunately. They do no-shield that. I don't love that. Oh, dude, Vice Grip's gonna hurt so much, but, like, what if they power-up punch us here? I think I have to shield them. Yeah, big Vice Grip, a good shield, I guess, by us, but I don't know if that's gonna matter this game. Okay, I mean, I gotta get his shield somewhere. The only issue is they never shield this, right? They always no-shield, saying they know they survive a drill run really easily. I'm still gonna Icy Wind in hopes that they shield for some reason, because I also just need to survive their drill run myself. So by going for that, I don't think it's a terrible play, but I also think I know that I've lost this game for, like, the last 10 minutes here. If I still had my energy on Cradily, I could maybe see a path towards victory, but right now, this game is looking pretty scuffed. That Mawile, I think, just farms us all the way down with 2 shields. Yeah, it's not even an I think. I should probably just top left this game. Oh, wait, they shield that? I mean, I don't think that matters. I go for a catch just to, like, I don't know. It's not even gonna matter that I do this, but I did go for a catch. So, you know, maybe you don't want to give up without a fight here. Maybe there's still a chance for us somehow. But I think the Seaking even gets to another move still, if they want to do that. Okay, well, we get a Rock Tomb off, so that's kind of cool. But it's not like I have a move on my Seaking. If I had an attack on my Seaking loaded right now, then I'd actually be able to win this. But the big problem here is they, first of all, could maybe Astonish down, and even if they can't, all they need to do here is get to back-to-back Vice Grips. They do throw a move against us. Either they have back-to-back moves, or, you know, they know that they don't need them. Yeah, they were one away, which is all they needed to be. I guess I made this one kind of close at the end, but I should have made sure they weren't going to catch, I guess, with that Seaking. I wasn't really expecting them, though, to have a double steal backline with them staying in the lead, but I guess they just knew they could outpace my Cradily, so, well played to them. Tomahawk, dude, what is he doing up at this time? It's got to be, like, the middle of the night for him. He's using Shadow Gyarados, though, so gonna be a tricky game, one way or another right now. We'll see what he's gonna do, because I know that Gyarados does have a decent chance at winning this matchup the longer it goes on. But it's also like, do I even want to play this out? He's at an Aqua Tail right now. He's actually a little bit past with how spammy this Pokemon is. He's going to go for the Twister. Probably does a little bit more raw damage. I'll just go for his shield advantage, though, by going for the Rock Tomb immediately. So he should be at 4 Dragon Breaths right now. I'm going to switch into my Seaking after this and start hoping that energy lead on this is going to be good. Okay, 11. That's a debuff to Twister. Now, I don't love no-shielding this, just because I am going to be pretty low after this attack, but, I mean, it's debuffed, right? So, surely I don't want to shield that. Okay, well, this is really annoying. I thought he was going to try to catch on me at some point, but he's just staying in here. So, a really smart play by him that's probably going to cost me a little bit, because I could have sniped this down, or got a debuff against them. Of course, he catches now, but I guess he catches on a Gourgeist, but he does get a really nice sneak against us, so this game's still kind of up in the air on how it's going to go. But Icy Wind's going to do a lot. And now I can go for the Icy Wind once again against them. I can bring in my Klefki here, I believe. And, I mean, I can just catch a double debuffed Seed Bomb. Keep my Seaking around as a potential option later on. And now I'll have a little bit of energy here. Gyarados will get an Aqua Tail off this game against no matter what my team is. Like, either of my Pokemon, Seaking, Cradily, or Klefki, it's going to get an Aqua Tail off against one of us. Oh, in comes a Victory Bell, actually. Interesting Pokemon to bring into a Klefki, but I guess he does have a Gyarados as his final Pokemon, so it is a little bit of an uncomfortable matchup for him. Foul Play does draw a shield. 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I no-shield this, right? I think I kind of have to. Acid Spray? Dude, what? Okay. Not exactly the move I was expecting to see thrown against me there. I think I let this go. And then I acid this down, hopefully with my Cradily, Rock Tomb the other guy. Win, question mark? Okay, this is gonna be really annoying, because he might just bring in Gyarados now. After an acid spray and try to snipe me down. Okay, we call it. We have access to our Seaking still around. And I think we either simul KO with our Cradily here, or maybe we still survive the acid. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Yes, okay. Dude, what a game. What a game, dude. Acid spray? Are you joking me? On Victory Bell? I guess that's an idea, but that I was never expecting that. Okay, well, that was a crazy last game. Hopefully this next one will not involve quite as close of margins. We have Cradily into Tentacruel. How does this go, actually? Because I'm not really sure. I'm sure it's pretty decent for the Tentacruel, but I mean, I can at least debuff them and make it a little bit awkward. But maybe I should have just, swapped out immediately into my Seaking, because I do have 2 decent answers to this as well. But Rock Tomb's going to hurt a lot against this Pokemon. It'll put them into Drill Run range. And my Seaking, when it's up energy, is generally in a pretty good spot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to try to catch almost certainly. 7. Okay. Well, yeah, we kind of saw that one coming, right? They have a lot of energy, though, on that Tentacruel. They're like 7 acids, I believe. But an AVA acid user team right now. We have access to a lot of damage thanks to our own Icy Winds. 7. Alright. What I want to do here, if possible, is I want to be able to just swap in my Klefki at some point and just absorb a lot of the energy here. They do Grass Knot. That's actually amazing. Because now, actually, do I even switch? Maybe I just go straight for the Icy Wind. I would have loved to be able to swap out, but it's not up just yet. At this point, I'm at 100 energy. I might as well just go for the Icy Wind, knock them out here, and see what they want to do. They do let that go. Okay, they have a lot of energy on that Tentacruel if they do bring it in, so keep that in mind. But they're not quite at the payback just yet, right? Alright, CMP them here. They have to payback us to knock us out, but maybe they go for a Scald, knowing they do have 2 shields, and that I might honestly still shield an attack up anyway. They do go for the shield on that, okay. I'll shield here myself, because I still have a lot of energy on Seaking. I might be able to debuff whatever the final Pokemon is, and if I get shields down, I think I'm in a better spot. They do payback, nice. I'll go for the Icy, or the Driller rather. I could Icy Wind. Oh, they, I think, only went for a Scald CMP. Interesting. But, like, they might try to call an Icy Wind. Oh, they don't. They actually just double shield that. Well, does Klefki win in the Zero Shield in the backline? I think Klefki in the Zero Shield is one of its best positions to be. I'll switch out, save my Seaking. Oh, yeah, definitely against this one a pretty good spot. They only have resisted charge attack pressure against us. Foul Play, and then either Grass Knot or Sludge Bomb. Whereas I had Flash Cannon, so I think we're fine here. I also have some fast move pressure on my Seaking, like I can get 1 peck off against this. I can also go for my Cradily, which should be in a pretty good spot here as well, to be able to farm this down. I guess there is still a little bit of HP left over on that Tentacruel. That could be a little bit annoying if somehow my Klefki does go down here. But we Flash Cannon. That does quite a bit of damage. And they do get a move off, actually. I was hoping I could knock them out before they got this. Oh, they do knock us out, though. I think them knocking us out is probably the best case scenario, because now I get an energy lead on my Cradily. If we survive that on 1 HP and that Tentacruel got a farm down, honestly, this game would have been a little bit awkward here at the end. But I think we just barely outpace to the Rock Tomb now. Okay, nice. That was a little bit dicier than I thought it was going to be. Not going to lie. But I guess that works out. Rock Tomb knocks out the Tentacruel. We get the win. Love to see it. Alright, got our final opponent of this set. Can we keep it going here? This team's worked out so far. There we go. We wall the Electrode on the lead. I guess this could have Energy Ball, right? But I think the common moveset is Swift plus Wild Charge. So yeah, we see them swap out here. And I think the play is going to just be a bit of a chip and dip maneuver. We go for a Rock Tomb to debuff them, make it a little bit easier to survive attacks in the backline. And then I guess I probably just bring in Klefki here, right? I could bring in Seaking, but Klefki, I think, is going to be able to survive just a little bit easier, as well as not be quite as bad into that Electrode later on. How much, though, does a debuffed Scald do here? That's a decent question. It is not a 2-shot. That's what I wanted to know. We'll Foul Play immediately. But I think I will undercharge a little bit. I'll go just for like a Great, because they're going to get a second move off anyway. I might as well get some extra energy for the Electrode when it comes back in. Yeah, okay, so they do throw an attack here. It's going to be a Scald. Hopefully no debuff comes through against us. And honestly, if they're thinking, they might go for a big undercharge themselves, but no, looks like that was a full charge. Okay, well, they bring this in, so I just straight up get a foul play if they don't throw energy. And then I can bring in my Cradily. Kind of surprised they swapped out, but, I mean, at this point, since my switch clock is pretty desynced here, I think I'll just let my Klefki go. They'll get 7 Thundershocks of energy, but now I can bring in Cradily, and then farm all the way down. This might be crazy, but I think I'm going to shield one, because they have 2 wild charges, right? There's almost certainly no way they're baiting me on the first attack here, and I might as well shield a guaranteed wild charge than, like, maybe have to shield a Swift or something. So we shield the first attack, we'll go for a full acid down, and have a lot of energy for whatever comes in here. I also have access to my Seaking, that hopefully is going to have some neutral play into the backline, whatever they might have. Alright. Empoleon in the back. Maybe I should have gone for a debuff here, but we didn't. We went for the reasonable Grass Knot play. They do shield that, I'll switch. For... What? Why did they just switch there? You're not going to get a catch by doing that. Wait, did they think that I debuffed them? They might have thought that I like, Rock Tombed? I don't know. That's insane to me that they just did that. But okay. We do lose CMP. I know that some Empoleons technically can win CMP here. But, like, not really, right? Okay. And they try to no-shield the Icy Wind bait. But luckily, we just peck down. That's all we need. That was an interesting one. That was an interesting game. Alright. We got a lock in here, guys. Cradily into Electrode. Okay, see? This is a lead that I like. This is a lead I can beat. As long as the backline is favorable for us as well. We see a Gourgeist come in. And, I mean, that's not exactly the most favorable Pokemon to see. But, like, it's not unplayable. Do they Shadow Ball or Seed Bomb? They do Shadow Ball. Nice play by them. I'm not really that scared, though, of this Gourgeist, saying I can get to 2 Rock Tombs against them, and I have ways to deal with that Electrode without needing my Cradily. 2. So we get a second Rock Tomb off here. And Cradily is still going to be a factor. It's going to be a Pokemon that, if they don't shield this, it will be a little bit hard to take down. With that Electrode especially, right? Okay. Shadow Tentacruel comes in. We bring in our Seaking here. For, like, that's literally just a Swift. That's literally a Swift. That's, like, not even a bait. That's crazy. I can survive that pretty easily, debuff them, either get a shield or put them into peck down range. Let's see what they're going to do. They probably shield, right? No, they don't. I guess I one-shield peck down. I think I can farm down here, right? 5. So if 3 more pecks after the one that just snuck knock out, then I can knock them out before they get another move off. If not, then I guess we'll... Oh, they should not wild charge there either, because now that just guarantees the peck down. Okay. We'll just go for a drill run. I could Icy Wind, but I think that's needlessly risky. Because if I Icy Wind, they call it, then it might be a kind of a hard game to win, and they did just call it. So, a good thing here that I ended up full sending. There we go. Much better win. Hopefully we can get some more of those. Alright, we got our next opponent. Cradily into Seaking. You know, this lead has been very hit or miss for us here today. We'll see what they're going to do. We'll see what we're going to do. They're likely going to go for the Icy Wind after 6, which is not a bad play. I know, though, I can survive the first one. It's a non-stab Icy Wind. Seaking doesn't do that much damage to us. Like, that's not terrible. And I've been going straight Grass Knot every single time. I'm going to go for a bait this time. And likely they call it, which is really annoying. It's how the Go Battle League works, but... Oh, nice. We actually do get a shield, so they're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. They're just, like, sacrificing their Klefki here. I guess they do end up building up a lot of energy on their own Seaking, which is a little bit scary. But I am a little bit surprised to see that play. 3, 4. Okay, we CMP them here, because we kind of have to, right? If I don't, they get a shield from me with that foul play. And then That Seaking's energy is going to go quite a ways in the back. They likely bring the Seaking back in, though, because I feel like they are pretty scared of my Seaking, right? The way they're playing out this game. They're at back-to-back drill runs now, but I can shield this up. I don't know if I'm going to win CMP. If I do win CMP, that's going to be pretty helpful for us to just neutralize this Pokemon. If I don't, then it's going to be detrimental. But we do win CMP, so that's pretty nice. So let's see if we get a shield here. If they no-shield this, I think it knocks out. They do shield, though. I'll shield this myself. They should be 6 away from their next move. This is only their 3rd move that they're throwing, so they're on their 6th cycle again. They're probably going to catch. No catch. I don't think they caught. Okay, that's helpful. What's going to be the final Pokemon, though? Is it Mawile, like just a double steel team? Oh, it's a Gourgeist here, which honestly, I don't know if Klefki can do what it needs to do here. Oh, I win the CMP? Wait, okay, Klefki. I don't know my Klefki CMPs, I guess. That's huge. This doesn't one-shot or anything, but if they undercharge this, I just, like, Astonish down, and if not, I just go for the Pecks and the Acids, and I'm fine. Wow. Klefki. Oh, do I also just survive that? I wonder if that was an undercharge or not. It's hard to say. But, I mean, we'll take it. We'll take that for sure. Alright. Alright, Klefki. Alright, we got our next opponent, Cradily, up against Tentacruel. Okay. You know, honestly, I'm going to switch out to my Seaking instantly. I could stay in here, but I feel like that's just like kind of a neutrally bad matchup that I don't really want to be a part of if I can help it. Oh my good. Oh, okay. They caught on Jelly. It was like, I didn't know what they just caught on there, but they caught on something, and that bugged me for a second. Luckily, they catch on Seaking, which is like, or on Jelly rather, which is like not great, but at least it wasn't like catching on Togekiss. You know, something that resists what I'm going to do. They gave me a very big energy lead, so I can just go and spam out drill runs here, which is hopefully going to be helpful. 2, 3. So they're 1 away from the next Shadow Ball. I can just go for the drill run into the next drill run after 1 more peck. They might just let their Jelly go. This thing might just be here as like a cameo appearance. I probably should have Icy Winded just in case I let this go, but I don't think that really matters to do. But I guess I should have. That would have been slightly more optimal. They do just let that go. Interesting. Okay. Oh, we were, like, desynced by a turn. That's annoying. The kind of annoying thing is I don't know how we're going to finish this off. Okay, they just Scald, so I guess that's something. Like, man. What do we think's in the back here at this point? They seem very confident against Cradily, so I'm just going to bring in my Cradily now. Just try to get some use out of it, and hope that there's a second thing in the backline weak to my Klefki, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think there's a lot of things in the back that my Klefki necessarily wants to see. Jellicent's like its main answer. Maybe if there's like a Ferrothorn, that could be maybe playable. Like, Ferrothorn's one of the better matchups for Klefki, I guess, as well in this meta, but I feel like they would have brought Ferrothorn probably in earlier. Oh, they shield that? Wait, are they just, like, not actually strong against me? Okay. This is playable. They're at 4. I'm going to Rock Tomb this just to get that debuff, and I'm going to try to go for a full Astonish down if I can with my Klefki. Go for a catch here if possible. Nice, we caught a foul play, I believe. Actually, there's a chance it's not a foul play. I don't think that they would have knocked us out with a foul play, but maybe they would have gone for that. No, they actually do Grass Knot. But look, I resist that. It's not bad. I think I go for the full farm down and hope for the best at this point. The only bad thing here is I myself don't have, like, a lot of damage necessarily into that Tentacruel with my Klefki. I'm going to be forced into throwing foul plays of all things, and that's an alright move, but it's not top tier. But I have some energy left over on my, my Cradily as well. I have back-to-back foul plays. Alright, this is looking more playable than it was a second ago. Okay, I'm going to go instantly for the foul play, just to try our very best to knock this out. Okay. Not quite enough damage to KO from there. But what I think I can do is I should be able to do 1 more Astonish, swap into Cradily to get the debuff. Okay, that's also fine. I'm going to be able to farm this down now, I believe, with my Cradily and go for a Rock Tomb into the Amoonguss. Unless they can switch. Is their switch clock back up? Oh, let's go. We get the move off just at the last second here. I think I can still acid down that tentacruel, right? There's no way that we can't. No way we can't. Actually, the way that we can't is if it's like a simul KO or something here, but they're so low. Okay, let's go. That was like, as down to the wire as it could have been there. All right, next battle. Cradily into Shadow Victory Bell. Not terrible, not amazing or anything, but I can get an easy shield advantage here. And I do like easy shield advantages, so we'll see what we're going to do. 5, 6, 7. They see MPS, that's totally fine by me. That's just going to mean here that they're 2 away from the next Leaf Blade. I should get a shield with this Rock Tomb, but maybe they could no shield and survive if they wanted to. But either way, getting this thing out of the way, or as low as possible, is going to be kind of nice, I think, for our odds of winning this. So they're at 2. We switch. 3, 4, 5. They're at 5. Okay. They're not going to, like, Acid Spray us or something crazy, right? I guess they could. I have seen an Acid Spray Victory Bell in this meta before, but no, they're at 1. In comes their own Seaking. Well, I can pretty easily just go double Drill Run here. And I think we'll be in a decent spot. They're at 5. They do let that go. 6. We survive as well, right? We just saw how much damage it did to me, so we know how much damage it's going to do to them. Well, to them, so we know how much it's going to do to me, that is. But we go for the Drill Run here at the last second. Can I ever, like, undercharge this just enough to get a bit of a farm down on my Klefki? That might have been too much. Yeah, shouldn't have done as many as I did there. But we just switch out here into our Klefki, and we hope for the best. That Klefki is going to be a good enough Tentacruel answer for us to win this game. They're at 7 right now, so they have a Scald ready to go. They're at 1 on that Victory Bell, but they're only 4 away from their next move. They shield that, wow. I don't know if that's the play, but maybe it is. I guess they're trying to fish for a Scald debuff. So they're at 8, so 1. They do get the debuff, that's not great. 6, okay. Well, can they farm us all the way down here? I guess that's the next question. If they can, that's really bad. I don't think they can, though. But that Scald debuff is coming in clutch for them. 9, 10. Okay. I can bank that energy here. And I mean, honestly, do I shield this up? I think I might. I mean, I'm in the process of doing it now. So we shield this up. We hope we get the farm down here. We do. Okay. That's good. That's good news. I guess we Grass Knot. There's no reason not to. Nice. Okay, we actually just got the win. That's the classic It's Axum team right there. Well, not the classic. That's like the 2.0 version of the team. But that's all we need. We get the knockout on the Tentacruel. Technically a 3-ball flex as well, so I guess we can say it was a commanding win. All right, next opponent. Cradily up against Amoonguss. Very neutral lead. I outpaced to the Rock Tomb, which is pretty nice. But they do have a lot of damage here because they are the Shadow Amoonguss, right? This thing's able to put out a little bit more damage than the regular form. But I'll go for the Rock Tomb. Get that debuff against them. And I guess we'll see how they want to play this out. Nice, we land the attack there. And we catch a move. What did we catch? It doesn't really matter what we caught. It's resisted no matter what. But I guess I'd prefer a foul play. Sludge Bomb's fine. Now we know their moveset, they're at 1. Oh, they bring in a Poison Sting Tentacruel here. Interesting. They're at 5 right now, but on Poison Sting, their fast move pressure is so much lower than on Acid that I don't think I'm going to be in range here where I get knocked out by a single Scald. 6. Yeah, I no-shield this. If they get that debuff, I would be a little bit sad here. I'm hoping they don't, but they might. No debuff, that's really nice. That's going to help out so much at neutralizing this Pokemon. They're at 5 again. Landing this foul play and getting these Astonishes off will make it a lot easier to farm down later on, potentially. Big foul play. They can throw immediately here to knock us out. Or, I guess they can also overfarm just a little bit if they want to do that too, but that doesn't really matter, I don't think. That overfarm's not that impactful, because I think I always just farm down with my Seaking anyway. Yo, what? Why is this here? I was not expecting the Carbink. I'm going to go for the Rock Tomb, though, just because at this point I do want to debuff what this thing can do. I did not remember Carbink was even allowed in this meta, I'm not going to lie. They no-shield makes sense. They're probably hoping that I'd go for a bait there. I'm pretty sure that was only 11, but I see no reason not to just shield this up anyway, because I can get a lot of damage off with my Cradily here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, they're going to try to go for a catch at some point, right? Almost certainly. Almost certainly. They're going to try to catch on like a Moongus or something. They shield that finally. I survive a Rock Tomb from here, though. Or a Rock Slide, that is. Imagine Rock Tomb Carbink. That would be diabolical. Okay. We Grass Knot here. Guarantee a shield, right? And then it's going to be down to Seaking to try to win us this game. They do shield that. Makes sense. Okay, well, that's good. They try to catch on their Tentacruel. We don't fall for it. That should be game over now, right? Because I just always have enough energy for, like, drill runs for the Carbink, Icy Wind for the Amoonguss. We get the win. All right, okay. I mean, that was... I don't think I've seen a Carbink in this meta, but we'll take it. That's a 5-0 set. Wait, hold on. That might be enough for Veteran. Guys, is that potentially a Veteran push? Let's cash this in. Oh, easy. Easy, not the... I saw the 9. I'm not gonna lie. I did see the 9. That was the first number that came to my eyes. Yo, I love that avatar item, by the way. Like, the avatar pants S22 blue. We got Veteran, baby. Amazing. I'm honestly surprised not many more people are trying out Cradily themselves in the Go Battle League. I know it is a little bit slow, but it's able to get a lot of shield advantages in this meta, and pairing it up with Seaking as well as Klefki, who in the backline love it when the shields are down, are a very good pairing, so give this team a go if you want to try it out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.